Introduce yourself. Hello everyone. Another week of light languages. I'm Ismael Rodriguez. We are here expanding the light languages in the world. And with me, I have some light languages ambassadors who have also joined me to spread these light languages everywhere and share it with everyone in our planet. The light languages are languages that we channel by tapping in frequencies from other timelines that we are living at this present moment. A lot of people talk about regressions. A lot of people talk about future and past. When we are talking in terms of spirituality, time doesn't exist and everything is happening now. Every single thing is happening now. That's why the 10 regressions, they've been telling me for ages now to use timelines instead, because timelines doesn't refer to past or future. It's about just a parallel line where we are experiencing another life. And so many of us, we are living those timelines at once. And in those timelines, we might be another human being, but we might also be another ET or another entity or light entity from another realm, and they have their own languages. So what we do is to just open ourselves and let these languages or these frequencies come through us. They sort of activate our vocal cords. They come connecting through our pineal glands, and then that's it. We just naturally express ourselves like if we were channeling another light entity. So that's what we do, is something effortless. If you want to find out more about the light languages, I have a YouTube channel, like most of the ambassadors here in this group. You will see the address or the direction, the web or the YouTube address under the videos. My channel is Ismael A. Rodriguez, and you can type next to it hypnosis and light languages, and then you will find me there. And under every video, you will see the channels from the other ambassadors from the group. And in these videos that I already published there are many videos where I speak more in depth about what the light languages are. So I'm going to let my colleagues and ambassadors introduce themselves. I'm going to start with Wesley.
Hi all. My name is Wesley. I'm up from Ireland. I've been speaking light language now for quite a bit. I'm very grateful to be a part of Ismael and his crew. Lovely crew. Like even time, it feels like forever. And the first time I came across him, it was just like I knew him. What else should I say? High octane, good vibes, lots of learning, lots of transitions. Lots of connections, lots of understandings, lots of revelations. I'm just letting it flow. Thanks very much.
Thank you, brother. Veronica.
Aho, Camille. Well, my name is Veronica, and I'm just so overwhelmed and so happy because the tribe is spreading that beautiful light into the world, and I'm living so much magic at the moment, where my heart is just feeling so full of love, and I'm just so proud of all of you. I'm just so happy to be able to share that beautiful experience with my brothers and sisters, and be able of forming part of that special group. Thank you, Mayam. Thank you from deep down my soul, because I feel the change. The change is happening. I see so much light. They're not showing to us, but that beautiful light is there. And yeah, and I'm just enjoying that beautiful connection with all of you, and yes, let's give love. That's the way, nothing else. Thank you to all of you. Thank you so much, baby.
Thank you, Veronica. Christy.
Hi, my name is Christy, and I am in the northwestern corner of the United States. And I've just recently started remembering light language, so it's new to me, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm honored. I mean, the times I've been here, just it's beyond words, really. The connection, the love that's shared, and I'm still, Veronica, you touched my heart so much with that. Thank you. I'm still kind of just a little, I'm caught up in like some heart bliss right now, and I'm just really honored to be here with everyone, and being able to be of humble service to humanity through this group. And it's everything I've wanted to do. My heart's been yearning to do this, and there's this beautiful place that you've created that we can do this, and I'm honored to be here with all of you guys.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you. Alison.
Hello, my name is Allison. I'm from New York, USA. This has been a journey, and I have to say that everybody in this group is just amazing, and I've grown so much myself. And the support in this group is unfathomable. Like, I feel so much love every time I come into this group. So I look forward to it. I can't always be here, but I definitely try. And yeah, being in service and helping humanity and raising the vibration of the planet is what, we're here to do. And I'm just enjoying it. It's become sort of like a game in a way, that when you go to a place that has like major dense energy and you can clear it out, it's like, yes, we did it, So yeah, this has been quite a journey, and I love you guys so much. I do. So thank you.
And Alison is also more and more channeling entities through drawing. And yeah, she might show us maybe later on if you feel like it, because she does incredible beauties, really incredible beauties of galactic beings that they express so much with their eyes and with the face expressions. It's incredible. And yes, I so much love what she does and it's getting even more like fluent, isn't it, Alison? It's flowing more and more, and now it's coming with colors as well, and I got the feeling that she's gonna be doing an incredible work for humanity with this. I've been told from my guides that it's part of something that she's gonna be doing in huge scale. So it's wonderful. No pressure, because at the end of the day, it's our own free will. But I always mention what I feel from my guides, and everybody choose obviously what to do with their path. But it's just wonderful to see how we sort of expand, and how we start expressing more and more from our hearts in so many different ways, no? And this is one of the ways that I find so amazing as well. Ramsey is here with us. He has the ability to see things also in an incredible way. He sees the healing in the planet, the healing in people. He has this clarity, and yeah, he's clairvoyant. So, and this is what we do here. Do you want to say something, Rand?
Well, today's session is about the Sacred Heart is with us, and it's about resurrecting and loving our lives. Basically, there's an evolution coming out of this, and thank you all.
Thank you, Ramsey. And so yes, it's the magic here is that each of us have a gift, or many gifts, and those gifts, when we put them together, we realize that they are so complementary to each other. We complement each other so well, and I think this is the future of humanity, when we surrender really to love, and we start sharing all our skills and love and expression, and then when we do that all together, we just realize that life is really perfect, and one sister brings something, another brother brings something else, and all together is just perfect. And that's why I always say we should start we should stop comparing ourselves, and we should start embracing each other the way we are, because we all have a gift, or many gifts, that we can help, and we can sort of support each other with them so much. And as Edgar mentioned before, when we get together, the love becomes exponential, and in ways that the mind cannot even comprehend. So it's the best of the best. It's incredible. So let's start with the blessings, so that we create this wonderful, safe and clear space for all of us. And the first one in the screen is Wesley. So I'm gonna, if he feels like willing to do a blessing, yeah, go ahead.
Koya, sana, mayowaka, tumnaka na, bayatuata, sakuaya tata, nana yawata, sayawata, tiyatata. Bayasuakata, tuakata na maiyatata, hayasakuata na kiyata, sa bayuata tuakata, tanua sayawa, tayowa, kiyata ta na kayata, asuata samaya tuaka. Papapayua satuata naiyataka kiyatata nuwa hiya satuaka kana mayawatata laya tuakana nayatiyata sabayuaka tunaka bayasa tuatata nayaka kiyatanama mama yawatata naha kiyatanaha Basuaka, tiata namayaka, kiataka kakanama. Kia ta 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 ya tuata. Kaiti ya ta ta na ma ya hata. Thank you. Sanu. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. And now it's Veronica. You need to unmute, Veronica.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Shaya mainkai te atushi ponia mayo tuiria tania. Sanya koi tineya. Samayeya da toi tininanga itishti boy minine atoye. Shoya de yamayanandu tuiria ratiananku koi renia shoy tineya tuye. Paya nananki apai tini ashtimbo ni amai ki tani enewe. Pala ni andai tisti meni anditi arayo pore ne shina nae. Ko yarana mi yani ani andako eti ashiti nini anditi riambobo ene ani shambaka yanagwa le ane seitande. Sho yani bali ani anenkayo. Shumanindi anasini atuititirinita pai ni asuye. Sambale yanani ambasho ye. Tando kamani ani anatoye. Bo yanani ambekani mishteye te yaro bo yaminaye. Pane ane mbako shementa yuteriyato. Tura ne yame. Poka nana sambaye.
Thank you, Veronica. Alison.
Ina e hai shuna hoi ti sehena ai kere e toina na shaha I uwene heke. Hua shana ha I sataina hoto o hivo kono o ti savashe e tire kina he asa shana ha taina ha huana hata I rahana I ki sehena atoena he ki to na kashana amane he. Wahine ke sei shana oto Ivana asa, ikarahena eke na kata, aiso mana ata, ikwaina hata a, uena ata, isosho ukana e oena ata, hikono u I na a ika a, uena hata I soho na, hihana aka.
Thank you, Alison. Christy.
Ki aya miau or oya I or oya ayat arararas or oya miat ar uru oya ya is ya miat ki or oya.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you so much. Nice. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead also doing our blessing. Take this opportunity also to do some grounding. If you are wearing shoes with rubber or something like that, I recommend to be barefoot because that is the way that we ground much better. The rubber is always on the way and impeding the energy to circulate. And yeah, if we put our feet in the ground, or you want to be in a lotus position because you like it more like that, it's okay. Yes. anything with plastic and things like that is stopping the energy from circulating a little bit, not totally, but some. Because at the end of the day, everything is energy. We just need to look at everything in a microscope and we will realize that everything is energy. So yeah, let's start. The exercise that we usually do is to imagine just golden energy coming from the universe, filling up our body and then sending that energy to planet Earth. We take deep breaths, and with those deep breaths, we inhale that golden energy, and when we exhale, we let tension, problems, and things, we let them go. The things that we don't need, we sort of put the intention when we exhale to let them go, to let them go. You can let them go in any direction. Usually what I do is to send them to the center of the planet, where I see that they change and they transmute, they transform into light and energy again. So it's like a circuitry. Everything goes from the universe, go through us, connect to planet Earth, and then back again to the universe. And like this circuitry is very important that we keep that awareness at all time, that we are connected. The more we do, the easier we sort of let everything happen in our lives, and everything feels much better. And all our gifts also get more activated. So let's start with a blessing and that grounding. It ak ukot ein dit ike kesio no te nak umesa eki hok orina akaist akopa atetiku ot ir umok ok atetio antais ik oron at an est ot iarak aka at io se ita akum at e okun iti su o ta akum he ish anak ha atak tish int aka o ta iot kuk ok unta at is ituk a. So as I'm channeling these light languages, I'm feeling the following messages coming through. The first message was that importance of alignment, as they usually remind us to do every time that we gather, every time for everything that we do in life. They keep reminding us to do that, but they were again enhancing the importance on this, because we are gradually receiving more and bigger downloads. The energies are becoming more and more intense, and they keep reminding that if we don't do the grounding, we offer resistance. If we offer resistance, we don't feel well. And it's nothing going on wrong or anything wrong with us. It's just us offering resistance to what is supposed to flow through us. So to make your life easier, just do that simple exercise that we just mentioned. And do not forget to breathe deep, deep. We usually forget, we have this tendency to forget breathing, and breathing is life, is the engine of life. So deep breath, live life breathing and taking those breaths. And as I say in the beginning of the group, if you had the opportunity or the chance to do sports, do sports, because that's gonna make your system much better in all ways, in so many levels that you can also not imagine. It feels so good, so well, and the breathing becomes much better. They were also reminding us or sending this message about it is time during our meditation to also open ourselves and open our minds to more flexibility. Just by leaving the mind blank, just by not creating expectations, and just by letting those parts of ourselves to integrate. And sometimes it's just as simple of divine, allow all these parts of myself from different timelines to integrate in these timelines that I'm living here now as a human. And by just saying these words, you are allowing all the gifts that you have in other timelines to integrate in this timeline. The more you embrace that, the more you open your heart to that, with trust, with love, the more you expand yourselves. And we are multidimensional beings. And we have the ability, and this is why we have so much admiration from so many beings, from so many different planets. We humans receive so much admiration because of that, because we have that ability to integrate these abilities from so many different beings, from so many different dimensions. And we have also the opportunity to experience how it feels to have obviously all these gifts in action. We are just in the, let's say, in the early period of ascension, and we are starting to discover what these gifts are, and we are starting to let them get we are allowing them to integrate more and more in our systems. So they were sort of saying, invite those part of you to come to yourself just by making a wish. It's as simple as making a wish, purely and genuinely from your heart. And I'm going to proceed with the light languages, and let's see if some other messages come through. Hikatush ikurt armukurginar iho tayorn kihiorum makahat ayash otak ohat ayum taakun. They were now reminding us to don't apply the logic too much, so that we don't interfere in the things that we are naturally downloading, or in the things that we are naturally integrating when we make these wishes. A lot of these things, they don't have much logic. They just happen. And you will feel that something good is going on, something good is happening to you. They just say embrace that instead of stopping yourself to find out what is really this. You can meditate about that in another moment, but in the moment you are letting that become or activate within your systems, let them grow and let that flow within yourselves, so that you can enjoy and make use of those incredible tools that you all have. They say you will get really surprised about how many beautiful beings you are at once, or you can become at once if you let this happen. There are so many timelines, as we said before, happening at the same time, and you just need to allow, you just need to open up to and be flexible to accept other things that we are not used to this far. And again, you will find or what will be telling you that is something there wanting to come through. Well, you just will know. You will just feel it in your heart, in your body, getting goosebumps, or just something very powerful in your heart, or in your pineal gland, in your neck, in the back of your neck, or in your third eye, starting seeing visions, or your dreams start becoming more clear, more lucid. And in this period we are living, the vibrations are really high, and it's very important that we embrace this, we embrace who we are, that we start also accepting the most basic things about ourselves, starting from accepting ourselves the way we are, and that means also physically accepting physically the way we are. We are so beautiful avatars. We are so beautiful, such a beautiful beings. We are rediscovering, we are awakening, and we are remembering how wonderful we are. We are just living one period. As recently I was talking to a beloved friend of mine about that period that most of you know, a period that we were disconnected, and that was natural, that was meant to be that way. That was the period of Pisces, and now we are living that period of Aquarius. And yeah, in this period we are reconnecting. Is the coming back to source, and we need to be patient. We need to be patient with these changes. We cannot rush them. If we try to rush them, we just block ourselves. We just need to embrace them. We just need to open our arms to these changes, and obviously we should start from loving ourselves. That's the key. Loving ourselves in all levels, in all ways. And deprogramming, letting the programming that we have had during the previous decades, let it go, let it release that. If it's getting in the way, use your skills. You already know, you already have tools, so many things that you can find out there to release all this programming. And what we are doing is just letting that free space, let's say in our hard drive, and allowing the hard drive to reprogram again with divine, with our true essence, with what we truly are. And by doing that, we set ourselves free. And being free, what we do is to allow more and more love and divinity to be part of ourselves. We've just been detached, we've just been dormant, and now we are awakening, and we are awakening very fast, and things are changing in a very powerful way. Sometimes it might feel like it's going very slow, but if you really look to just 10 years back, things have changed so much. So it is happening so fast, and time feels like it passed so quickly. So just take these opportunities to embrace all these changes, and do not offer resistance, because it's only you making yourself feel worse in this case if you offer resistance. If you open your arms and you accept who you truly are, you're gonna feel so happy, you're gonna feel so full of energy, and you're gonna have so many creative ideas to expand and connect to others, and yes, and manifest what you came to do here as a volunteer to this planet. Hai samuk as isyak hinak agur nais iom hini tanakanti yenna makum sinanaka hatam hai hamakachani kum hikakachapuma hashisha nakumacha hanakamahana tamakanana tumacheshi nakumata hana anahana tena nakumata sata eshetana omakana enete tene kimikiti nakumata sen hana tese ne tamakumata omata sen tamakumata set she Takamakutumata Santane. She Nakamata Nantisiniki Matanana. O Machen Shapaka Tumate. Kumakame. She Nakamakama Siniki Makumatata. Hacha Nakushe. Champaka. Tanakumeshi Yana. Huninakuma. Seni Anuana. Humu nesi eni kuhota inanaka ine hini ya mwanana shiana makuna hana mwana. And yeah, as we mentioned before, this grounding exercise, keep doing it not only during the time that this group take place, but also in your lives, with everything that you're doing, with any time. We are capable to do simultaneously so many things. So often we get into this mind thoughts or programming that we cannot do different things at once. We can do many things at once. One of them is this one, is grounding. Grounding is very important. You can help yourself from going to nature, do it. If not, just by putting your intention, it does also work a lot. So yeah, let's start with the intentions. And yes, Jan is the first one in the screen. If you want to unmute yourself and share an intention with the group.
Yes, I was thinking about what intention I would like, and I kept thinking Ganesh. And my intention is for humanity to remove obstacles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jan. Thank you. So whoever wants to participate with the light languages, you can unmute yourself and become part of the transmission. Those who don't speak light languages, as we always say, you can do prayers and put also the intention on removing these blockages from everyone. This is happening as the channeling during the channeling was mentioned. Sometimes it's happening because we do these obstacles, we put this resistance, and sometimes we believe there is something from the outer world doing that to us, and sometimes it's just about us just putting the intention on grounding. Again, I know that I might sound repetitive, but this is something that we have such a nice tendency to forget. Like in terms of seconds, we forget that we need to be connecting to our planet. We've been for such a period that the thing, there is an explanation about this, is that for so long, we've been in that period or in that era of Pisces, and during that period, we've been used to be mentally disconnected from that energy. So we have convinced ourselves that we are separated from the planet and from nature and from the universe, and that isn't true. This is just an illusion from the mind. So why we do this exercise of grounding? Because we are training our mind to get back to our natural essence, which is to be connected. We are training to our mind, no, that is an illusion. That is something that you are doing with the programming. You are disconnecting. You are making me believe that I am disconnected from my brothers and sisters, that I'm disconnected from the planet and the universe. And that's the only reason why they keep telling us to do this exercise, because by doing that, we will gradually need less and less to do it, like consciously, because we will be deprogramming ourselves from that illusion that we have had for so many years. So at some point we will just feel the massive divine connection that many of us, we are already enjoying and feeling, and that's why we feel so high, so enlightened, and our skills are getting more and more activated, and everybody have them. So it's just about allowing this energy circulate through us, and everything else will just unfold and will get activated. So Ramsey, do you want to say something?
Yes, I just want to pass the message that I got too, which is kind of similar to yours, is that break away from the mind prison that you created for yourself, reborn into your own self, love and honor who you are, and there's a massive protection around, so have no worries. Nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. So be aware of that and be you.
Be you. Okay, let's start the transmission with this lovely message. Let's go ahead. Kohorina tatanaiti sanaum. Harine tatai sintama kumasi ni akuata. Anata shanaka humacha. Shashana kuta ne takumata ne takumata. Eshana huma sana shuota inta watata. Enacha humachesha. Uma cha cha. Hena tatana kuma cha cha cha. Hene hene tatamaka.
Saya sanama suakata dia
Omanana
namaya
tanana tamatase.
mayuata jasuna tatia
Yohene. Sunana
Amayuata.
hanahi neta kuma cha cha
jasa
cha.
suata
Unai chawa taiwa
Shiva
chawa
Tatu.
haina wa mai wa
Oya
ana wa
tata
mai
tuata
ana wa mai ana wa na tawa chawa
Oya tatu tata kaya
na mama moye na wa ya chawa
Amayua tatu
Awa mahai na waya na wachawa na taye chawai
Suya tatu tata naya mama maya kuata Kaya tata hayata
hai chawe ya
Saya
waya waya chawe
Saya
chawe
Ho
chawe
Ho
chawa chawe ya na
Saya
Makanata uchai chi chishana kuhatata Hene hine tatama mumata sanitavu
Sambayua tatuata Papa sawatata Takua tatana Mayanuvata Saya wayata
Hasana iona tai sotoina katere. Itotoina mana ata. Itare hene hese. Wana hata aha ino hohe na haka. Wana hata sata eshono oto ino oto ikina hata si. Oena hatara esata.
Iwaya sayuata tuaka Kanuata Tana Maya tata Tawata tia ka Hoya saya tua Sanuatana
Wana he. Wana ta.
Here
Sokiara
Sayuasata Suakaya Naya Mayata Tayawata tuaka Kiatana tua Sayawasata Talayawata Kiatanoa Nayawata waka Suayata tata
Itotoina kasi kere kina hata.
Ya tua tata naya tia tata
Itotoina kasi
Umaka
tata kere
hum
kina hata.
tisu kum tashi niriki antana kum tasanai hun
Ya tua tasa tua ya tatua kakayat ya
Sunaka num tasakum baka kuhata kumata tistintiki anakum
Sembaya tua takanua ya tata
Chakahu machisa nananine kisen tikum bataka hin Hana esio noko Shinyakum
Suya wetia tata kua tata naha
Chahuahani kihatama kum tasai kikakum Makasa Chanaka neta son taishe
Saya wata Kaya tua katana ya tata Saya wasiata Kaya mata Saya sua kata luata Kia tatana maya wata su Saya wata soayata kuayata namaya Iwa sakua tatana maya Sunata kuata katiata Suata sarwa kiata tanua tana maya hasiata Sayo waya maya ya waya waya Ayo waya maya Ayo waya mama Ayo waya Suya sahuata namayata. Kuwa sakati. Kuwa sakati. Kuwa sakati. Sanu mayaha. Ya sakua tatatua tahayakata. Katuaka yatana. Atuaha sa. Saya sayawata ha. Kiataha.
Washana hatai sukui namana hatai. Ana kuena hatai. Ay, sana hatoi na tikiti nakatashina dire kumana asakai kutoi nakatasi. Oto.
Saduata kiatana. Hanamakia. Kiakakana. Sayawata. Nawayata. Namakuatata. Ashila liapa. Papabania wasatuatata kuatanamayaha.
Sotambale nemestina nankolami sitirono nogolo. Upa maneania sitinda kaloyo meranua samba payanemba yeranesa ye. Sukire ya merano.
Asua tatuaka kakia tatanana mayatua kakakakakana.
Peranambia mastuyo te yatamangalana samearanasaya.
Na mama yipiwa tia tatata huya wa tia tatatana. Kia tuaka. Kashiba papa shano yo wa kua. Sata satuata. Tanamaya kia tatanama kuata. Skapatua kata tia tata. Tana sakuata.
Sato ye ne malo ne samba kala ne samia ne taye. Shurimbi kalana nesta nana turugi pekanana sambolana sutinde. Shoramba kalana ma shutine ayera. Rea tengo kolono mostuni atapayare.
Ayuata kuatata tatanuata namayawaka tatatuaka sahuatia.
Shuria palana sivin kerenoti dengas mobolono simiarana duekoe. Shupa yeme ane anikira ya tayara samba kanani anatela yarara. Sorry, naya. Purivikaru mainaina, huakule ivana. Puri bakarani.
Yatua sabaya tatanua. Kia tatana maya kuata. Wasanati satatati tata. Sambayuaka kia tanaha sawayaha.
Kumbolono mongo turu sipire nandolo koro sumo tuyo poko nena mea sitie. Kama nia kalo atapa yera na stombolo na mia semba ke ate yara tuku maya ye tunu mashite paye. Paya nanane. Simba kalama kutore yana tuka maste ye apaya ye. Shitani ania kaka yura tamba shuki musa matane. Shandani ne atia veare na stumbo papa ene shayoto no ipakonena ye. Tamale arena ena. Yamaya nenda kunde. Sambakara moeni anakia lana era na itana. Shira ya pua pana miataku yarana mushtimine. Shaya liane makaramambue.
Suya tata namaya kea. Kiakana tatuata satuata tana kiata. Abana wa sakia wa tuyua tata namayaka kiatana nanamaya tuata sambuakana.
Korea namashuya yata. Opala nanda tambulene nestandure ananista no iki tayule.
Sambuya tioa tahu kiatana nanamaya tuaka tatiata sawaya koya shibaka kanua kana mamamaya wa sayawa sakuatana mayokuwa tiwa suwa kuti papa tuna tata sanuaya tiawaya sakuaya tawaya sayawa hatuata.
Ola nana yara staya ayuna isua purkalene yarite sulia tambaye staya yana dua parina stemo yera lata niste shuta
Kasatu tata tia tata nama kiatana kasana wa siaha saya wa kiata nama.
Shutanana bekarena me atonda dura suya la toya payani maniatas. Shuri Vikarmani Polan Kalirinani
Wesley, what have you been doing?
What you mean?
If you could sort of put into words what you have been doing, what would you say that was?
What would you think?
What I felt is that what you usually do, which is interdimensionally, you readjust things and put things in alignment and create order in between each layer of reality and dimensions. Is
Excellent.
it?
Excellent. Excellent. It's a sonaia kia wata tunakata tanamaya maasua katiata kia waya tuaka kanua tatiatoa saya maya kia tuna hashuata kiwatatu tunakatua hasua hayatu. Well, I'm just saying, you know, there's just running through me. So it's kind of finely tuning, adjusting, realigning configurations within the given moment. And then it's electronic grid system, which you know is coming back and saying TE, so it's addressing everyone's here, which is the base plate of what we're all working with. So then it's coming back up, then it's readjusting then again. And for me, then it's an acknowledgement of the field, of the densities that are beyond this density that are working within the format to incorporate this. It's funny, no, because they call me a vehicle, right? This vehicle, that can balance the harmonious understandings and bring it into this octave, because the octaves are actually so vast. So it'll keep going. It'll keep going. So no, you got it. You actually straight up.
Thank you.
Like spot.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. No, it's cool.
Thank you.
It's cool that you picked up on it, because there's been a few. Like I've worked with a lot of different spiritual folk, and there might, like, you picked up on you're pretty good. You're good. You're very good. You're very, very good. You're very good now. And I know, and I'm only saying because I'm aware of you working within those fields as well. So and I recognize that at the start. Yeah, I could go into these old stories because I just keep going. But I do come across it, in different fields. But no, thanks very much, because it's an acknowledgement then as well, because all these fields, all these teams that are working with it, they're like going, oh yeah, this is cool, man, this is cool, because there's an acknowledgement, there's a kind of a magnetic flow. It's a magnetic flow. It's like yeah, man, like a kind of and I think that's what the planet's at. Like, this is what we're doing. This is
it's like a celebration as well, because we sort of identify more and more what we are doing each other and together, and it's so much joy and love, and that's why it makes me smile and laugh. Just saying, someone asked me, well, what are you laughing about? It's just happiness. It's just happiness from feeling that unity and that connection and that understanding in so many levels. No, it makes you feel so happy. So happy.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And what, like, I'll just add to this, because I kind of really kind of need to say this. And the reality of it is, it's happening. It's like, this stuff is like, this is not mumbo jumbo. This is like, I even with sharing stuff to people that are about, like, there's great changes in the planet. It's amazing. I know there's another things that I think we have to start running through as well. I think we have to do a bit of readjusting, but like we have to, like, we just have to become super aware of certain things that we have to kind of look into. But this is we're bringing it in, like, we are bringing it in, and it's amazing. And like, I've been personally saying it, like, for years, because it's been more or less addressing me to share it, and it's real. It's real, which you're all a part of. Like it's all the crew. Like it's planetary. It's interdimensional. It's actually it's everything. It's everything. I love it. Thanks very much. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sua,
Thank you, thank you very much.
Sua. Big time, man. Big time.
And then they were showing me a vision, like a path of light as well. Like I was seeing this with my third eye, and they were saying, this is all you need to do is just put an intention, create that path, and walk the path of that light. Whether if it's to create grounding, just walk that path of light. See or visualize yourself walking that path of light and reaching to see yourself reaching that you want to accomplish, that you want to reach, and it's literally simple. They were saying, just feel like you are grabbing that or embracing that, or just merging with that. If you want to become part of the rain, to get rid of the fires around, just become the rain, and you can do that putting your intention. And just by doing that, you have, and we have, so much power in moving things, moving energies, being part of that, because we are connected. We are connected, and what we do when we do that is that reconnection with. We are creating an exponential reconnection with that. We are intensifying that, and that happens. That makes things happen. I remember once when I did the level 2 of quantum healing hypnosis. We did it in Oxford, and then after we finished the training, we went to one of my colleagues from the course. We went to her house in London, and then we did this quantum hypnosis session. But we didn't do it to only one of us. We did it to 3 of us at once. So there was one hypnotherapist doing the session to 3 of us, and then she connected to one guide from each of us, or in the lady from that was next to me in the left. It was her higher self. With me was an angelic being, and with the lady I had in my other side, we were lying on the backyard on the grass, and the lady in my side here, she had a galactic being talking through her, and we just wrote down some intentions in a piece of paper, and the lady who was acting as the hypnotherapist, she just asked these entities, these light beings, to please send this love and put that intention in creating clouds and rain at that time in the Amazon, because during that period the Amazon was burning a lot. There were so many fires over there. So when we finished the exercise, which was just for the sake of it, we just felt it in our heart to try to do this as a group and see if that it becomes more powerful or not, or what is the result, from that. So we did it, and the interesting thing is that when we finished that, I started receiving some messages from friends that I have in South America, and they started saying that suddenly all the sudden rain started happening in the Amazon. And that was literally when we finished the exercise. So that was a coincidence, I doubt that was a coincidence. And I'm saying this because this happens so often in our lives. This happens not only when we look at the time and we see 333 or ones. This happens with everything. We just might miss. Like sometimes we miss those 3 threes. Sometimes we just miss that we have created a massive wish and we have made it real somewhere. And that's how powerful we are as creators. It's just about putting the intention and setting an intention. And that is really making a huge change in our planet. And the more we do this together, like Edgar said before, the more powerful it is, the more. So obviously I invite you to do it. There is no need to do a training in anything. You are already so trained. You've been in, you have so many timelines. You are so evolved. You are such an all beings. You have so much experience already. And we are here in this ascension because of that, because we have come here to help these ascensions to make it easier, to soften the changes, and to make them possible. And it's all about that. Sometimes we get lost because it's so simple, and with our minds we think, because we've been programmed during all this time or period of Pisces, we've been programmed that things are supposed to be complex or difficult. And love is not difficult. Love is simple. Love, things manifest with simplicity. Everything is based in simplicity. Everything is based in just being that love genuinely, and sending that love genuinely. So they were showing me that sort of exercise that you can do by visualizing a path of light and you reaching and manifesting that in that place. You just walk that light path, and wherever you want to do something, just do it. Just do it and visualize it with your imagination, and send that love there. And that's it. There is nothing else to do. And let it happen. Let it happen. Sometimes happen instantly, like it happened with this rain in the Amazons. Sometimes it might take 1 month to happen, but it doesn't matter really, because you are already putting your a part of yourself there. You are contributing to make this world better. So that's what matters at the end of the day. And yeah, so what we do after the transmission is just what I did, is to share some of the experiences that we have in the group as well. So yeah, if there is someone who would like to share something that felt during this transmission, please raise your hand, and then we will go one by one, expressing, letting ourselves to say what we experience. Veronica, do you have something? I thought you wanted to say something, love. If there's nothing, it's okay. It's all right.
Well, it's like you're saying, really, like we really create our reality, really. And as you say, like thoughts are energy and intentions are energy. So basically, whatever we thought in the past, we created, really. And we have really to just to be aware the way we choose things and the purpose of it. And we always have to remember that whatever we choose is not just for ourselves, but for the good of all. Whatever wish we make, you have to have not just for yourself, if not what you, how would I say that, you know, what the energy you send outside for other people also to embrace that, to feel the joy of whatever you have been choosing. Because, you know, as all works in a quantum energy all have side effects, you know, like action and reaction. So just being very, very aware the way we choose things and what is the purpose of it, you know. And yeah.
Thank you, Veronica. Hello, Tawa. Anybody else has something that felt during this transmission? What was your feelings, Edgar, during this? And then Alison, yes. First, Edgar. Let's see what Edgar felt during this transmission. You're still
Can you hear
mute.
me okay?
Yes, yes, we can hear you now.
I am having trouble seeing the signal. Is very
Yes. But that's also normal, Edgar. Don't worry. If you can talk, go ahead. If the signal doesn't allow, that's okay as well. This is something also very common that happens when we raise the vibrations, because technology cannot take so much. It's not ready yet. Our technology is a little bit ancient in terms of these high vibrations that we can provide. Now you're muted, Edgar. Now
there. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, great. So I wanted to ask you, and I will first of all say thank you to the group. Has been amazing. I was invited here by Veronica and eventually with Wesley, and I found that the group is just amazing. It was a real pleasure to hear everybody's little brief background and introduction. And Ismael, thank you so much for allowing me to be part of today's session. It has been lovely, and I hope to see you all again. And wanted to ask you if you do provide maybe like an audio version at some point. So, but I missed so much, and I wanted to at least hear it if it's possible. Just a question.
What do you mean about the audio version, Edgar? Like the recording of light languages?
Yes, the recording of what we did today at some point.
Yes.
All for me just blanked out. Okay.
Yes, in that channel, you can find me by the name that you see in the screen, Ismael A. Rodriguez. And then if you type hypnosis and light languages, it will come up so many videos. There are videos with frequencies added, like 432 hertz frequencies added. There are all type of transmission and channeling that you can play and hear in your own time as well. There is a lot there. Also, you will see like part of sessions that I have done with quantum hypnosis, where you will see what happened, and people are hypnotized and bringing messages through themselves, and it's very beautiful to see that also, because wonderful messages come through, and it's incredible. It's in those moments you say, oh my God, there is so much out there that we are still missing, and so much to discover. It's an incredible quest of awakening and rediscovering and remembering. You will enjoy that.
Thank you so much. You know, one thought, if I may take another 2 minutes of your time, one thought that came up for me when I was hearing the intention for humanity, I also thought that in my perspective, I tend to see that like in a battery, you will always have both the positive side of the battery and the negative side of the battery. And all of us here, and there's so many others that are already on the most positive side and doing our quest for ourselves and expanding and growing, and with our own personal light, we're lighting others around. But I find that there are some that are in the cusp. They're not really sure. And I'm thinking that it would be so nice to continue to grow the way that we're doing, because those are the ones that just need that little signal, that little nudge that they will say, I don't need to pay attention to those that are saying, no, I'm going to go and let my curiosity, my internal curiosity, explore this avenue. And I think that's how we will continue to grow the effort that you are putting together for everybody.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Yes, and this is the thing when we get to that point of curiosity, or sometimes it comes through even an illness. In my case, I got sick in 2012. I really got sick. I started losing all my hair. My immune system started attacking my own cells, and that was the way I woke up. It was really horrible, but it helped me at the end of the day to really pay attention to what so many signs were redirecting me to take action for, and that was the way I started dreaming with Archangel Uriel, and I started getting messages during my dreams. And that's it. And I started following what Uriel was telling me in this reality. Was very unreal at the time. It was like, I'm getting mad, I'm getting crazy, or what is this? But in my heart, it was feeling better than ever. My life was, I was feeling sick on one hand, but in my heart, I was feeling so much love and light. And so it was like, what is this? No, and then that was a total transformation, a metamorphosis of my life. Sometimes happens like that, and we just wish that people, or I wish that, or my desire, or my wish is that people don't have to go through so much like I had to go through, that they don't have to go through so many difficulties. So I always have some hope that by having my brothers and sisters doing things like we are doing here, that we might help people to don't have to go through those tremendous difficulties, because sometimes it's just about having some curiosity and start exploring and having fun with life and interacting with life itself. Beautiful.
I totally, and we still think that you're going crazy.
Yeah. So there is I don't remember who said this, but I remember this this saying that it really touched me, that they were saying about the word confusion. Confusion, we have always interpreted confusion as something negative, and confusion is nothing negative. Confusion is the first step to get to something, and the word is like confusion, no? It's like with confusion. Like if you know two languages like Spanish or an English, it's like putting together the fusion, no? And that is truly what happens when first we get very confused, because there are so many things happening from so many levels, and then with that curiosity, we start finding out like pieces of a puzzle, what is all about, what is going on, and it's fun. And if you have brothers and sisters around that you can talk to, it's wonderful. It's really joyful.
It's true, and some are open to the idea, some aren't, and that's okay. You just have to respect that.
Exactly.
Everybody will make their decision when they need to make the decision, or not. And as you were saying also at the beginning of this union today, that you foresee a world where we can all share just with passion our skills. You know, I'm going to trade with you my skills for doing this. I do a website, you do this, and that kind of exchange. And I think that at some point everybody finds, at least, you will find some others that are way advanced in the knowledge of what this is about, but that's okay. Everybody has a place. Yeah, everything is okay. At one point, we were all newbies and beginning to understand, are we crazy or what's going on? And it's okay.
And that person who is really, really advanced, at some point is going to need also that person that is not that advanced, just as a perfect piece of the puzzle. Because again, we are all the whole map, the whole creation. We are the one. That oneness, it cannot be separate from that person, or only for that person who is so advanced, and this person that seems to don't be that advanced. We just we cannot discriminate anyone, because everyone is so important and part of us. So yes, honor anyone, honor everything, and respect their, like Edgar said, respect their rhythm, respect their pace, respect their path, because this is the biggest gesture of love that we can offer anyone. Because don't force them, don't push them, don't criticize them, don't judge them. Let them be the way they want to be. They will see it. They will see it, because, as we say, it's contagious. Love is contagious. It's the best pandemic in history. And, so let it be when it's meant to be. Let it be when it's meant to be.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Edgar. But in terms of receiving the energy and the light languages, what did you feel?
Oh, all of it, completely, all of it. I carry with me about a total of 10 star beings all the time. I'm on a 24/7 telepathic communication with them, and they were very eager to jump in, but at the same time, they were telling me, pace yourself. We'll take it step at a time, one step at a time. But they all enjoyed it. They all resonated with several of the different star beings that spoke. Your language is aligned with one of my star beings. Very, very, very awesome. So
beautiful.
Loved it. Totally loved it.
Thank you, Edgar. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And now it's Alison.
I'm sorry, I'm like really out of it, because while Wesley was doing his transmission, I was jumping. So I was here and I wasn't here, but I was on a ship. And the Arcturians were there. They were definitely Arcturian. They weren't the Syrians. See, the Syrians are here too, but yeah. And their message to us was just that they're so proud of us and to just keep moving forward, because our mission is so important to help humanity. So don't give up. Don't doubt yourselves. It's really happening. And I kind of drew the being that I saw with the light language.
Oh.
We really quick, but I don't like all the light language and stuff there, but yeah.
Oh, beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you, Alison. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was during this transmission?
It was when we were all speaking light language, and then I stopped because I was here and then I wasn't here, and I was here and I wasn't here, and it was kind of freaking me out a little bit because I couldn't focus. So I got really quiet and I just went with wherever they wanted me to be. They have something going on one of the ships. I'm always on that ship, and they have like a huge meeting going on right now. So I'm like jumping back and forth, but they know I'm down here doing work too. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, this is new to me, jumping, I guess, dimensional jumping. That's like, it's new. Normally I do it at night when I'm sleeping, or during a deep meditation. I'm not aware of it. I'm sure I do it during my daily, but I'm not aware of it. This time I was completely aware of it. So I was like, and I think Wesley's transmission was like pushing me to do that, because when he was speaking, I knew what he was saying, And then when you were explaining to him what you thought he was doing, I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, I'm just like, whew.
It's so amazing. So amazing. It's, yeah, you feel hot, you feel speechless, you just feel joy and happiness inside, because it's like, it's incredible. It's incredible to the mind. Obviously, obviously for the heart, we know that it's happening, but to the mind, it's like, what? Really?
You have to grasp the reality, because you only use a certain small percentage of our brain, and the rest of other parts of our brain are being activated. So it's like, okay, you know, so it's like, yeah, it's like you have to grasp what's going on, and you have to just go with it. Don't try to analyze it too much, because that's when you'll get caught up in the thought pattern. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow and let it happen. And yeah.
It is so awesome. So many times that I go brush my teeth in the morning, look at myself in the mirror, and then I just kind of split in a couple of places, and I tell myself, and I'm looking at myself, I'm talking to myself saying, are you kidding me? Is this really happening right now? And they all come in and they laugh and they giggle and say, yes, it is.
It's really good also when we had this opportunity to reflect that this is happening to all of us, because to live in our own for even only 1 week, sometimes it's like, oh my God, I have had so many experiences that it really feels like I'm getting crazy. And then you get to these gatherings and you say, well, it's happening to everyone. It's really happening to everyone. And it feels like it's like family, like brotherhood and sisterhood, no? Together, like, it's actually happening, the transmission said from Veronica. Ramsey, you had a message? No?
Sorry, I didn't get a straight message. All I got emotional stuff flowing around. I guess they were coming from Allison, because when you said you're tearing, I was like feeling so much emotion coming out, but I couldn't figure out where it's coming from. So thank you for clarifying it.
Exactly. When we share these things, sometimes we might think that they are silly things to share them with the group, but these things help so much. And I felt that what Alison said also for the people watching the video is gonna help a lot. It's gonna help a lot, so that they don't get mad or they don't feel awkward when they feel that changing in dimensions. It's nothing wrong with you. There's no need to take pills or anything like that. It's just it's happening. It's happening, and Wesley.
Yeah, there was one thing I had to say actually there, and that was for Alison, because at the very, very start, it's interesting you brought it up, because I kind of remembered, because what I was feeling, I feel like a big connection with the First Nations. Alison, I don't know, I'm just, that's what I feel, and saya kia na mayo ata ia satu ia ni atu. That's what I feel, and I don't know. I could repeat stories, and I could go through loops. I don't even go through it. So at the start, like when you were speaking, I was like, it's kind of a bass played again. It's like, oh, I get this. It's like, oh yeah, I love this, because it's a bass plate of like a mutual understanding. So So yeah, I had to say that. Thanks.
Yeah,
thanks very much.
It's actually like it's making love, because it's putting the love together, and we are making love, and obviously we feel that pleasure. We feel that pleasure of unity. It's like when we help someone, we feel the pleasure of helping someone. When we come together, is so great. Personally, I can just laugh, and there is moments that I cannot stop laughing, because it's more powerful, the happiness than my ability of talking or communicating with my tongue. I just can't laugh because it's a lot of joy, and I was feeling a lot of celebration in so many levels also during the transmission. So much celebration from so many beings, because sometimes when we feel these dense energies, or we are offering resistance, we start thinking with our minds that something might be wrong, something is wrong with ourselves, something is wrong with the world, and the contrary. They are really happy for us, and they were passing that message, like Alison said. Also, I got that message also, that we are doing great, and they showed that path of light to me in my third eye, also representing our ascension. It wasn't a path like that, it was like a path like that, like we are doing so good in terms of changing our DNA, changing our frequencies, and becoming more light, and more love. And we are doing a lot. We are doing a lot consciously and subconsciously, and dreaming, and in all levels. And it's incredible. So yeah, they really enjoy and pass this love when we are doing the transmission, because we reconnect in all levels, and they pass that joy also of laughter and come on guys, they say, come on guys, you are doing amazing, really. And yeah, it's nice to have these opportunities in the group to share it very much. Edgar.
Thank you for. I raised my hand. Two really beautiful things that I've noticed, and it would be remiss if I didn't bring them up and share them. One of them is that in this group, I've only heard positive encouragement, build up, acknowledgement of everybody, and in comparison to other groups that person that might know a little bit more, for whatever reason, it turns into a water cooler conversation about how much they might know and how less some others know, and that always has left me with a feeling of not a really great feeling. And I've noticed from the beginning, this entire group has just been forward, positive and encouraging. And I just wanted to acknowledge that for the group and for what you've built, which is really great.
Thank you, Edgar.
And
Thank you.
Welcome. And the second thing I wanted to bring up is something that you said. It feels like all these really great feelings, making love, the pleasure, the joy, the satisfaction. And because I am a newbie, I'm so sorry if I am saying something that has already been brought up, but I acknowledge in myself that as I continue to grow, I do still encounter portions of my growth that will bring me doubt, will bring me confusion, will bring me back to certain human being feelings that I have to face. And that's where the growth for the next, for more knowledge to come in and land in a very safe and good foundation place. So the only reason I say this is because sometimes I've found myself thinking that the expectation is that once you begin to grow in this path, everything is rosy and beautiful, and all these joys that you have spoken of, which are amazing. The levels of the joys are just beyond. But I have also found that it still comes with, there's a way to learn and understand what some things are. You will be exposed to things that you might question. That's really not that good, and it made me feel like this. So just wanted to bring that up on your comment of how beautiful and how joyful it all is.
Thank you, Edgar. Yes, and before in the past, when something like confusion, emotions of sadness, or even pain, we were trying to run away from these things. In this new era, we learned how to, that it's much easier, instead of running from it, just embrace it, just put that curiosity in action, meditate. Well, what is this? Why I'm feeling this? Why this is happening to me? And open your heart to the answer, because the answer is gonna come. And if you do the exercise and those answers don't come, there are many brothers and sisters out there that they can also support you. Trust, because don't give up, don't get despair. Trust, because the answer comes. Always. We just need to trust a little bit. Sometimes be patient, because that is one of the biggest difficulties we humans have. This patience. And this is something I ask in one of the quantum hypnosis sessions. I ask why we suffer of that, why we lack of patience. And they say that because we are multidimensional beings, and in so many levels, we just think something and we manifest it. In this density, in this what we call 3D, 4D, 5D, there is a process to manifest something. There is time, there is something, there is a process of getting or reaching to something. And because we've been in, and we are still in so many timelines, acting just by the thought of something, we just manifest or bilocate, or we heal instantly in so many levels. So here is different, but it's just the way it is. It's how it's been designed. So for many of us, it's really difficult to accept the rules of nature here. But this is getting better, and gradually things are happening faster as we grow up, as we transcend things, as we ascend, and become more flow frequency. So that was the answer. It's because we are capable of doing like goddesses and gods. We are capable to manifest things instantly, and here is not the case. So we need to be a little bit patient with ourselves and with people and with everything. Yes. So anybody else would like to share something else about this transmission, or about something else that you might feel to share with the group? Otherwise, we go to the next intention. No, should we go to the next intention? Okay. Veronica, you are next.
Okay. I got many intentions, but it came right now to my mind, to my heart, to transcend the ego. Okay? To transcend the ego in all dimensions, in all different fronts in humankind. Okay, to go beyond ego, to transcend it, to be pure love.
Okay, let's do this transmission.
Shuriyamba Kyania Mea Tuya Rena Yema Sutia.
Jahai Hachaki Kach. Makachana Kachama Kachama Kachini Kitatuma. Makachana Kumachacha. Umahana Chichana Makachacha. Ho Chachana Kumachichina Kumachacha.
Ayata sa ayaka waiya na natasha. Mayata kaita na sakamaiya natama. Mayata umalaya takata suya na tumaiya taso ayata amako aiya tata natasha oya. Ayato. Ayato maya konata so ayakonata ta ayata so yataka ayatama yatanatoko ayatala yanata sa umai yataka mayataka yanata sha
Yakumaka tamayu atar. Urni ke kakum tata kupakaturni kitikur. Baka tukata tuku ataka paku takati kiti atutu tutu tutu kihi aturra kata tata na kiti katu papaka tuwa.
ayataka uyalena tashu oyaka yatasa uyana na taka yatula yataka sa Nataka yelena tata kama yataka yelena tata ataka yelena tata sama yataka
yur
ashu mayataka yelena tata mayataka mayataka yelena tashu mayataka lana nataka na yataka mayatasa ayaka yatasa
Takaka kuete takaka ya tu patata shukuar maka tatu matata yuna takwaka
Kuata tuata sayata
tukayana takamayana
tunuya maya
tukayana tata mayana kayana tashu ayakayana takomadi atakana tu natakayana takana tashu nayakuyana ta
ayuwa satu atakia tatana maya
kuma chachoku ni tikiana kuma tata yuma mama isiwa sona kana nini to kuma tai ni takamaka tu na tayo kuma tayo wa
ayuwa satu atata tatana
ayataka yanata ama yutaka tasama yataka ayatu ayanata katasa mayataka
kania wata
Bakumati kakuti katata tushi mi akumatata tu maraku mar matakata tata kiur makatata rapakato takutu tu iki atatu tataka ini tukumata
saya mayata
sila na matu shile nikita takanti
iya
tuwata Horena ne mete ne mikio momo tushi ne matumata
shiba tuwata
Shinshana kumatai shineta tamayo kumatai shu
ayuwatiata
Horene ne tinemiya kumahata Inene mama tushi ne yehama kumatai shineta
Anna che te se hino nuena tati sata fishe eno. Buona katika.
Shumumutuma shine kamahai sine
suwaya tuwata tatana waya
Sono
tata
kuma ini miya kuma
iya
Shuntama
tuwata
kumata sinte Shinenenti ene kika kumo mundu tutuku untayo maka shuntayo shu Enara kuma sane kata no matai shinta
kia
Mama
tuwata
shuma mama Chishinene teketenia kumata Shinta na mama matana yu jowa yama Chuma chana kuwana tata Kuma chana kumatana wata
iyata
Eni dana kumata shuna kumatana ne Kuntana kantana wa matayuma Onchana sano kuntunta
kaya tuwata tatana ya
tata
maya tatata
Hini
layota
nana kunai yono kumakwa
kosaya
Tene
tuwata
tenta kumashu makai
samaya
shumayo
tata tatuwata
Tentana kumashu
kiyata
Shona kinta kumatai shina kumasha
fiwata tata
Ai Tantamatu me sentana kumatai sentama kumatai se. Esa hana hayana wa. Tamahai summa hata. Mahana hai hanakum. Aisha hana hanawi. Ayona hai sein. Goya tauni. Na soy nekiom mahasini atoyanawa. Tahacha waeshe ayo sayo tayam nakahayom goyon tisio kahom mae ahona siorai hakom mahati ahona hati tawa Onne shawon chiohom mahai. Ahomasen ahoya diatawa. Nahayon nashewa. Awashior nawash. Shiakwata nawash. Tikia huata.
Chatu. Chatu Akio. Kio. Kasana Mayatua. Tuana Yakata. Shalakatiata.
Tornia kuakataru. Torna kuakatornia hontako hotontahata. Hiarnia kuatiarnu kuntakahate. Arna huotia kuhuntua. Anaka. Onna harna mahuina kuorni kuakawatao shioa. Tawataya. Tia Hawaii ni hatum hoti shikakini tia hatum.
Asua sia tata namayatu. Hawayatia papano.
Akuatia hontia haisiuata.
Anua tata namaya. Kiatuata. Siuata sana.
Pau banayuka tumesi ene makatuma taishukuma.
Shakulayati.
Ika kumata kumai tikia kurna mamatu tacha kuata tamukuata. Chiniki akuta tuota kakumachue.
Ayachukaliyalnata swayakata shakayatusa yatakalayanata shakamaya takayunata sumaya takashunataka eyata shamaya takalayanata sumaya taka ayataka shupayata anamaya takatasa shu ayata amala ayata kashumayata katasa ayata kata
Kakuni awandia tawa ini kakuma chakumata kachini akunta ini kuata.
Sukole arianindite yamanusto yutoropo inishiti induturo yobule. Sami anche lei arenando akuramastu kambo lanomatuye. Sherane aranondature. Purinia me anda sorambole. Yakarena me anerandawa laranda male. Shatani bekana me atuya tayule.
Ayavayo wasaya wakatia tanama. Makaya wa satuwata nanayuwata tanama. Mashiakua tatiyata. Kasuwata huataha. Yunayata tiyatuwakatana mayatuwataha. Hasa suwatana ya kuatana. Kuatana tiyatata layuwa sakuatatana. Mamambi watata kuwa yashi wata.
Amo atalone. Okalano. Anoya nerasiti apatu atu galanda paranayote. Che yarana yarana.
Sasa suyata. Hiatata.
Ramberamata walaye.
Amoya tatinaya. Kosaneya tatatuata.
Ay, tiberana mia, kelana sita kola nete yoboya. Yena kola mishteya na tua kola nise. Soka malane wane wanita rana to yulita na tombaka na siyala. Shoyina diyarana. Shoyina bakayana nata. Kaita niyana tobo. Oh, amani dike lani so. Tora nanka lena shiti neyana. Oh, yerenani te karanua pakale satanda.
This transmission was about transcending ego. Wilma, welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I felt the energy as soon as I came into the room. I'm like, "Whew, hot now."
Wilma.
It's massive.
Hi.
And
Oh, it's so wonderful to be here.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, let's share what we felt during this transmission. Who would like to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, Tawa.
It was very interesting. I loved it. But at some point, I don't know, I stopped because I felt I was receiving information. And into my heart, what I felt was really about, as much as we transmute, transmutation is as well integration. It's really about integrating that part. Ego is not separate, it's us. So it's almost as you said before, we are multidimensional. And it's understanding that function of ego. And it's really about that love, that harmony, and really recentering. As we recentering ourselves, that part we integrate at the right place into our hearts. And you make things work with more ease, because from that point we stand really into our center. We're understanding with more of our own function toward that bigger plan. It's like we're all part of that. And yeah, that's for me, that transmission was really about loving, really like almost stopping putting that ego into that box of ego is bad.
No, it's not.
That's again, it's almost like us putting it's a mirror. So it's almost okay. What are we understanding? So yeah, and I don't know. I felt some point talking to you, Ismael, then with Wesley. At some point, I thought I was dancing with Veronica. He went like many, but really, yeah. Again, really loving.
Amazing.
So, that's my experience.
It's very, very much in alignment with what they were telling me. They were saying that from the moment we identify ego as ego, we are giving power to something that if we just use love and we put love into action, ego becomes like just one part of ourselves, like something that is there needed in order to survive, in order to get to know certain things, to discern things. It gives us the ability to comparison in terms of in positive terms. We just taking like you saying only from the negative for a long period of time. We just take it like negative. It's actually really allowing us to discern things and to see the polarities and to embrace everything at the end of the day. And they were saying that in terms of transcending, there is nothing that you have to do. There is just about becoming love. It's just about being love. But by being love and putting love into action, everything is harmony. Even that the ego is making you do or act, you won't see it like the ego is doing something bad to me. You will see that the ego is telling you something good for you to become to maybe wake up and become something better. The contrary is actually completely the contrary that we've been programmed to. It is there to really take us to next levels of evolution. Is actually a very useful tool. They show me also an eagle, and they were saying be the eagle during the day, in terms of the eagle being capable to see everything, having a very good sight in the light. So during the light time, be the eagle. During the night time, be the owl. Because the owl, they can see everything in the darkness. So they were saying be the owl in the darkness, because you will be able to see. How you become the owl, how you become the eagle? By just acting with love towards yourself and towards others. It's just about making love action. Often, again, they keep telling me this, we wait for things to happen, and these are not times to wait for anything. It's just, these are times to be the love that we are, to take action. And this, again, is starting by doing things for ourselves. And sometimes it's just just preparing a good salad for ourselves, or just peeling or taking some pieces of melon or something that is healthy for your body, or just going out to have a run, or whatever little movement of love for yourself or for someone else. Anything, but become the action of love, be the action of love, and everything will everything offering resistance will dissipate, will dissolve magically. And they were showing me that in terms of they also show me a wolf, like be the pack, the wolf pack, in terms of we cooperating and working together like they do in nature. They go all together. They know that they all are useful in the pack, and that they all survive because they recognize each other. So they were showing me that in terms of of recognize your brother, recognize your sister, and understand that they are part of you. Yeah. Anybody add something through the transmission? Ramsey.
Yeah. What I saw is well, what I felt also was a massive heart chakra opening. It was intense. There was a lot of healing green light encompassing the whole group. And what I got as a message, and I was trying to write it before I forget, is that the light can never shine without the shadow. You have to embrace it in order to expand your light consciousness. So friend your shadow, basically, and understand it so that you can grow on this plane.
Very much. Thank you, Ramsey. Very much in alignment as well. Resonating. Anybody else had the vision, experience? Jan.
It kind of follows up what Ramsey was saying. I began by thinking of the white light tunnel you talked about, but it was dark, but there was a white light at the end, and I went through it, and when I got to the end, I felt like Coco Pelli doing that little dance and singing Divine Light of Holy God. So yeah, it was kind of went in with what Ramsey was saying. That's all I got.
That's a very good way to transcend ego. A little bit of dance in heaven. It's beautiful, Jan. And it's true. They were telling me that it's so simple. It's nothing based in complexity. It's just about dancing, whatever you like, whether it's in your third eye projection or physically here in this multidimensional level. Wesley.
Thanks, Veronica. Very nice. Great intention. What I felt is like you were doing like the connection of like what you're bouncing off each other, like lots of fun. So important as well, man. So important. Even for myself. There was one thing I started to kind of realize was actually, even from my hands, was actually the sky, but then it was connecting to actually the earth. But then it was actually realizing that, and you're just mathematically kind of coming together. But like it's just seeing us as like representation of Mother Earth. So each one of us are walking, talking representation of Mother Earth. We're like the walking globe, like part of it, part of that fabric. And I think it's what I feel like even when we kind of, it's choice again, like when we start to recognize that, it's like, oh my God, I'm actually a part of this Mother Earth. like I am the walking part of Mother Earth. And when we start recognizing that within the other, we recognize like a deeper aspect of the self. Because I feel like when we work with these languages, it's just not the light language, like light language, but it's working with these fractals of understanding of each other on a base point within the soul, which beyond all the levels, and we start to transmit these understandings, and I think we are breaking through that within humanity. I feel, and it's I know that's what I could see. I was like, it was coming to me, and it's like it's amazing. That's all I'm saying. It's amazing. So that's what I could see. I could see like that we are like that aspect of the mother, like of us, of we're the walking representation of the mother. And the more we start to recognize that, I feel again, because I can't, I was saying a feeling. The more we start to understand that again, the more we can incorporate that in our depths of society, and we start to develop that deeper awareness of what's going to happen on a bigger scale and what we can change to expand our awareness and to uplift the planet on another escalated scale. So I don't know, I just went off on a tangent there, but thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Anybody else? No? I'm going to say this intention because it was a request that I had during the week. It was from a person who has been diagnosed with a bipolar disorder, and this person is feeling like trapped in this center where their parents have placed her. And she's been treated with multiple amount of pills, and she feels like being imprisoned because they are part of herself, when she is completely aware of what's going on in her surroundings, and the other times that she understands that she goes to another polarity and that she crash against another sense of reality, so she asked me if we could send love with light languages to all the people that feel like her, trapped, and who have these moments of clarity when they find themselves and they recognize their surrounding, and they find themselves that they cannot go out from these centers. They truly feel these centers like prisons, and they wish for something to change in the way we are dealing with these disorders, in the way that we are placing these people into rooms and just giving medication to numb them, and which I'm not against any medication in terms of bipolar disorder, because I'm not gonna get into that. But they are humans like us, and they are aware of the reality like we are, and they have these moments of clarity like we do, and they don't deserve to be trapped into a center. They don't deserve to be in a room with some sort of I don't know, whatever they give to them, and put them into another state. That some drugs might work for them, I don't doubt it, but we also have to take into consideration that they are also human beings and that they have their moments of clarity, and they don't deserve to be in prison in anywhere. Nobody deserves that. And she was feeling very, very, very depressed of seeing herself there, not able. She called me like hiding from the nurses, hiding from everyone, with a very, very bad connection, internet connection, and she was desperate to be heard by someone and asking for help. And she cannot even have a proper internet, because they control the internet within the residency or the center where she is inside. And she was really contacting me, desperate, asking for a light language transmission. So let's send love to her and to all the people who have been diagnosed with something, and hopefully whoever is watching the video or is involved working in these centers, hopefully more understanding and awareness that these people also have their moments of clarity and they are also humans. Hopefully we will start finding other solutions for them where they can enjoy life also in many other levels, because everybody deserves to be free. Yeah, okay, so whenever you like, we can start.
Just
yes,
one thing.
Yes, Ramsey, yeah, and then Wesley,
yeah,
sorry,
quick,
yes.
Yeah, quick one. What I got is that they feel hollow, completely empty from the inside. There's a yearning, a strong yearning for existence, and I'm sorry, it's very emotional, and it requires a strong amount of love. If we can all just put it in and just send it towards them, and so that they can fill the empty space from inside. I'm sorry, I'm choking. I can't even speak. I just needed to let this out.
Thank you, Rans. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. And Wesley.
I'm sorry, I actually forgot to put down my hand.
It's okay. No.
It's like school. Sorry.
It's okay, bro. Okay, let's go ahead with the transmission.
Namayata kiranata sho ayakayata sta mayata yakuiranata yakaso mayata yakasha yata anata kiranata manata kuiranata tata mata kuiranata tata kamayata katakata mayata katakata mayata kata chawaita na upeta toma mayata katata mayota tata mayuta
Haina han hatai na humata.
Amayatua
Cheshana kumachana
Kiana Tiata Tuata Abayata
Ene shauma haina
Kiatana Namayawata Yatata Tuayata
Hena huma hena huma huma he chawaria haya mahuma he
Sumba
chawaria
Tuyata Siyo Wayo
Chahena homa ene he ne homa
Satua Kiatana Nayata Kuatata Tuayata Ayawakiata Kakuata Kiata Kiata Tunayata Kuasiata Suayatuata Kabayata Kamakiatawata
Sumayata kayata sakayata natashayata mayata
Heni hatuma shaka haun kaisha wakasha kwata inewa
Yatana Suyawata Asaya Tana Mama Basuwata Sayuwata Apatuwayata Shabapayua Sayata Sokoyatuna Tunana Mayatuata Kasahi Sayahe Shabaluata
chana umachiani.
Papa wayata
Uma ne nia
Ayata
pune
sumayata.
tumacha.
tunya
Kini tana kumata iyo no kuhangi nia tana mata. Ne shawaya na hoi tumachiana.
Nomayata sa ayat wayalanata shu o ayata ayata kayalanata shuko anata kayalanata kota sa kayalanata shu ayata kama na yata sa atakayata sa anato kumayere yelanata kata sa takayulanata ka atumayilanata ashumayata kalayata kanata su ayata anatakama yelena amakuto ayakata sumai yata anatakama yelena tasha ayatoko yelena ta ama ayatoko yelena ta anatoko la yelena ta 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 samayata anato ayelena
Da hiya manai ya kwata yosoi na we. Shuhu maha shana kumasaina tie tawa.
mayata suka
Shukuma chay kana hanin tatama matai sumai siene wat.
ayatoko yelena tashu yatakata
Hai
mayata
na
sa
masya wini ya kwete kiene kuoma. Sine ya hai ya sui na wesia watane. Sine ka huna wa mahayana. Sine ya maumata isate. Teka huma ne sawita sane toe. Te shawamata. Sawana ke mishiin tisiam na kanta na umatsiane. Sena wa mama hata esta. Saka kwanta kahiti ane kwaite.
mamaka Papa suwayata tatia tata nuwa kia tata mapoyua ia tata kia tuaka kia tana ramaka kakenya tana tanama sahua katiwa papa pasayua satatana nayua yatu wakua haya ia tatana mayatu tuwa yati dayata he Hiwaya tatata yasatu tasani saniwaya tuwa
Chihini shakwai shakuka. Chikishum.
Yuma Yashuma
Kachum zaka haya nawa mamayesho.
suwaya tatu
Oyena
iwa
huyene
tatanua
chawe chawine kahoma yesiuma.
subaka diata
Neta huma chaeta huma
shambalua
chao. Shina
kawakai
mumai sinta
kia
kuma
kanu
chane ta humai. Shene hene
suta
tawaya na humai ni chawe na ya chawe te takwe na kuna wenya wena wata. Iche kawana ina wa ine kawa ina wa. Ine ke ka chawa ine ke ne ata eche awa. Ine kauma ine ke shano maisha.
Shuti kalamba popo ini shine me wolo ye she yani anatu kalan
asi
Ya te ya tandu morene te ya la kiri ne shatinda. Shera ni anaturi masuti ni ane vale ane saran. Ye terene balana mushti ni atera no koronuti valaya tena ni asutu di are ane shamin. Tola nana te atera itiri atanon koboro no mi atusu te are alma shua. Yata ni amatula nani atiri atani ashutu nabana. Le yare anati atono bororo mia sutu yera kwala mia bakorono yetakula ye. Yera mia mashtuna. Yeta nia natu e karana ye kalana boa paya la ya na ya natira kola masuti ye. Ya nia na ya na bo.
Papa kis tamaki kisinana sisi tumushin shake tamakatum mashin shisha kakunda chashaka kunda tataiko chakaka huata kata tukunda chaka chakwa chakamacha shikitia kumacha Oma chakamacha kamacha chamacha makachama
Sambaya tua katana, ia tatuaka, kuneia tata, saya wata ketiata, kia satunaka maiata, tua sayata, kia tatuata, kia sayata, iawata, hoa sakuata, kia kana maya kana kuatana, ka sayawa suaka, shabatu yawata, tuatata niatata, kia satuata, ka tuayatatana mayate, suyuaka, sayawa iatata, hayata. Saya tatuata.
Hatana huma tana huma chama chama huma naka wene patete patana huma chena huma chena huma
Suayaka Iranata Shukama Yataka Iranata Mayata Kata Sumayata Nakaya Iranata Sha Amayuaka Iranata Kata Kumanda Sumaya Atu Ayataka Mai Iranataka Atumayata Saa Anata Mayataka Iranata Sha Ayata Masaka Iranata Amawayata Asamayata Kairanata.
Asamayana itala iterena yetere apokoro moshuati apakona. Yera namba kala no sutaya te baraya nyashami anayata kula yete yatonkola. Bola mania tambe anania saku ayara lansami anataye. Shoy le aranda karinambo shira mia tia tuyu nia palongora namosha nota. Sotyanambo Akaraniyame Shitayami Shukaya Nayaniamenga Turanoma Shutaniyate Kolo Satandi Varianima Stoatia Pakanisi Reyoto Yuram Takandera Namo Ashaye Namo Akalana Yetana Kalanda Kera Nama Shtuta No Yatayule So na 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 Surikaya Namasaya na Mokaranda Nayanami Sukayera Namasaya Nambula Namo Yeremi
Powerful transmission. Powerful, a very emotional transmission. Incredibly emotional. Because it was like reconnecting awareness of how many people are in that situation. There is so many things that we still need to reform and upgrade, and in terms of education, in terms of the way that we deal with things. In this situation, we are dealing with people, and they are people who have awareness of what is happening in their surroundings. They are just diagnosed by a few that they don't have awareness, but they do have awareness. They have many moments when they do, and in those moments they feel terrible, they feel trapped, and I felt this uniting awareness between you here in the group and so many beings all together, creating this emotional awareness, which it was very emotional. It was making me cry, but at the same time, pure love, pure beauty, and sending so much to consciousness, no, to the people who are day by day nurses, doctors, all the infrastructure that is out there at this time, so that they gather more clarity and awareness that they are like them. They are humans. They are people, and they have their moments, and and they deserve to have a life also, to have. They don't deserve to be locked in a room or only in one place. Even if they have a garden, in the case of this lady, she has a garden and she has a room, and that's it. That's the contact that she has in her life, and she's when she comes to these moments of awareness, she say, "I'm depressed. And I cannot. The only people I can talk to is to my parents, and my parents wants me here. So I'm desperate for help, and I want to go to these healers who are somewhere in Croatia. There are some healers who treat monks, who treat bipolarity, and she found out that there is a solution there with these healer monks, but the parents denied the help for her, and she was just like desperate. Please send me a transmission in your group, or a transmission by yourself. And I say, of course we will do that. Yeah, of course we will do that. But she gave me this sense of awareness of how many are in this situation, no? And how much we can do for them. I mean, I think we can do a lot for them by sending love, by sending these light languages, by also acting outside and do something. If you don't know what to do, don't worry. Send love. Send your prayers. Send love. Don't feel frustrated. Don't feel blocked. Don't feel this impotence inside of no, because you can do that. Everybody can do that. Everybody can take 5 minutes and send that love and prayer, and that reaches them to give them hope, and to also create awareness in those who are around them, to make their life better. And yeah, Ramsey.
Yeah, what I was trying to connect and try to send love and work on the person is kind of trapped between invisible walls that nobody can get through. They're invisible, but nobody can get through. Sorry, and there's so much pain and suffering in there. It was extremely intense, and I couldn't get through. And then, like your vision, I saw hundreds of thousands of beings, shoulder to shoulder, went into circle, 2 circles, and then angels, and they're all together, kind of like put in all the love and attention and light towards the situation. So it was extremely emotional. Yeah.
I saw the same. Many galactic beings, the whole. I don't know, an infinite amount of angelic beings, and happy, very happy that we were opening the door, because they always remind us, you are the ones that open the door so that we can act in these dimensions, in your dimension. So they were so happy that we brought this to the group, so that we open this door from now on, and then they can interact more in this dimension about this matter. Yeah, they were also very happy that we opened the door for them. Yeah. Anybody else had something? Alison.
All right. First of all, I have to say that this really hit home for me on a personal level. But I did get a message. There are a lot of these people that are going through the bipolar and the depression and all that. They're starting their awakening process. The message that came through was, beloveds, you are loved more than you know. You are surrounded and supported. You're never alone. Remember who you are. Begin by placing your hand on your hearts and feel the beat. It is the rhythm of the universe. Connect with the rhythm, breathe deeply, and remember to ground yourselves. You are being broken down to be reborn. You are a phoenix. You are awakening to your true selves. Remember, in your darkest times, there is always light within. Connect with your light. You are a perfect child of the universe. Remember who you are.
Thank you. Wow,
what a wonderful message.
I hope that message reaches as many people as possible. Medication is not always the answer.
No, it's not always the answer. and they are more aware than those who diagnose them. They are more awake than they know, even in many levels more awake than them. But well, I'm not gonna get into that because create a lot of polemics and yes, yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna make sure that this message reaches her as well, of course. Definitely. Yes. And I'm gonna also take this part of the I was guided to do this, take this part of the transmission and make an individual video saying we are thinking of you as well. This group is with you, supporting you, and you remind me, we can send them love from time to time if you want to set the intention for all of them, so that they all of these things becomes better. Also the educational system, in terms of everything starts from education, no? It's like we need to start changing the educational system and start introducing more the understanding, how to understand our emotions, how people feel with their emotions, how to deal with emotions, and all of that, which is a subject that we don't have in the school. We have many subjects, but we don't have that one. And that one is basic. We come to this world and we don't know what to do, how to deal with ourselves, who we are, what's the point of being here? How do I deal with anxiety? All of that needs to be somehow covered from early ages, no? And I've been receiving also messages since last week that we should start also letting children express themselves much more, because they are bringing this light of transformation. And the more we let them act in what we call the system, they are going to, I get goosebumps. The more things are going to very powerfully transform, because they are going to say things from that innocence level and purity level, that other adults won't have to say anything against them. They won't have anything to attack with. They won't be able to make up something to put them down anymore, because they have that ability to just say what is meant to be said in such a pure level. So we adults, they were calling our attentions to start letting more and more children to be part of our system and our lives. Yeah, Tawa.
Yeah, no, sorry. I would just want to jump on that because I had an experience today with my 5 years old that, who speak light language. It was pretty unusual in the way. Anyway, I had like a healing with a friend of mine, other healer, and my daughter just popped up into the room, and for some reason said, I want to speak some light language. I'm like, okay. And so she starts speaking her light language to my friend, and she come up with a message that only my friend could really get. And that was really weird for me, because I was like, oh, I understand everything that your daughter just told me. And I'm like, what? And when she translated, it was funny because my daughter is a high vibration, as all the kids, when they come in, they're really vibrational on a different level. And so for them is the communication, the difficulty. And that's what we're doing when we almost reframing and changing our communication. So it's almost the high vibration, and they have to adapt themselves to our way of communication. And for them, it's really difficult because it's almost going back to old school. And basically, at some level, what she was saying to my friend, it was like, oh, okay. Say to my dad to encourage me to do light language when I'm feeling angry. When I got all those low vibration trying to pull me down, encourage me to do my light language, because then I will still vibe then high. And that was the message coming from my daughter to my friend to get back to me. And it was, it was again one of those moments I'm like, okay, it's just amazing, you know. For me, it was just like, oh wow, all right, and it makes so much sense at that level, that when you are into those vibration and try to pull us down, you know, it's just by expressing our truth from the heart, we going through that, we're just getting that light out, and we should use our voice, and we can use our voice is our gift on that manner. So yeah, sorry, just yeah, I wanted to share.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Wesley.
Oh yeah. I'll say it there real quick. I'm ready to drop off. I'm up early in the morning. It started like what I felt from when Ramsey was explaining his intention. I could just see a huge wave, and then it went from there, lads. I just could feel so much, like a generation, like it's just so much love being generated. It was like amazing, and the energy is so gentle. I just felt it like super gentle, and yeah, your messages are awesome, and yeah, I just hope, like, I do hope, like, whatever has been transmitted, or what all the work that's been done, is like it can get encoded, or even like, even if it goes into through their minds or whatever, or even their hearts. That's what I'm feeling. I think it's actually the hearts. If they start feeling if it starts hitting their hearts, and they're like, oh no, it's like we have to kind of deal this like slightly different, because it's bringing in more compassion, bringing in more understanding, and going back to love again. Like, it's all with love. It's all with love.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's all with love. I know it can be hard, and the thing is, understandably as well, like, it's being in the human sphere, it can be very, very, very challenging, and it can be challenging for people because they've gone through so much trauma, so much pain, and you know, it is like it is a challenging school. And even this intelligence, I feel this intelligence, they don't feel the what's going on here as well. So yeah, I just hope, like, and Ishmael, super for bringing it up. That's amazing, man. Because that's all the awarenesses that we need to incorporate in our in the healing, like in the whole grand scale of awarenesses. So
Totally,
yeah,
totally.
Yeah, that's super stuff.
Beautiful.
Anyway, peace out. Amazing as
Peace
ever,
out.
and you're doing amazing work, lads. Peace out. Kasuata niata namayawata.
Good night.
Kashua shua tuna kiata ba. Bye bye.
Sorry, I have to drop off also. I have something.
Yeah, we are yes, we are leaving. I'm just gonna ask if someone has something else to say, and that's fine. Thank you, Ramsey. Thank you for everything. Anybody else have something to share with the group about the experience during the transmission? Wilma.
Just a little thing. I mean, whilst the focus was on the people who are experiencing these conditions, and a bit like Ramsey, I saw them sort of encased in like a glass. It's almost like a bubble, but it was like this glass prison. But I found that in the visuals that I was getting, it was not just these people that the love and the light was being sent to. I saw the medical professionals who are in charge of their treatment, and I found that the love was I was like sending so much love to them, and calling upon Source really to show them the understanding of more appropriate ways to treat these things, not with chemicals. There are natural ways and there are other ways. So really I spend a lot of time not only focusing on the people, but also the medical profession that's looking after them, to to have them open their hearts and see that, you know, that there are better ways, and to have more compassion for their patients. That's it.
Yes, I live the same. It's like one part was for them, and there was like a second part that was for all the personnel that work with them, and are there, which are the ones who have to receive also the awakening, the awakening that there are other options there, more healthy for them as well, healthier for them, because they will feel much better doing their job and working, cooperating with them, no, with the people they are looking after. It's gonna be better for everyone. So this is not about being against you, people working in mental health. This is about finding other solutions where everybody will feel better, including yourselves, because that's gonna create harmony in everyone. Yeah, totally. I saw that a lot of sending a lot to them, to all the stuff that we have created, like so solid and so strict, and to break all these ice that is there, and let them also ascend in terms of understanding that there is many solutions, like being with them more in nature, like doing excursions, and yeah, understanding them as human and treating them like humans, yeah, despite any condition. Yeah. Anybody else would like to share something else? Jan.
Like Allison, this hit home. And I was also sending a Reiki to those that have psychosis, because a lot of times when they're diagnosed with one thing, they have different doctors diagnosing them with a bunch of other things. So I want to thank you for bringing this up, and again, opening the door. And although it took me a long time to understand, I'm still trying to understand. But a month ago, when all broke loose with me and I had hallucinations, it gave me a little picture of what they go through. And it's not a pretty picture. And I want to thank you. And I'm getting emotional. So I'll stop here. Yeah. Thank you,
Jan. Thank you. Big hug to you and to all of you. Thank you for being part of this wonderful thing. Every week is, to me, getting better, and we are reaching to open new things, and this is so wonderful, and we are opening these doors, like they show the angels. They are full of joy. Thank you for opening this door. They were like, thank you, like telling, like showing off like that, and saying thank you, because we want to act in this matter. And yes, this is also very important, because we are the key, or the doorkeepers to this dimension. So to bear this in mind is important, because it only takes the intention of opening the door for them. So it takes 1 second. It doesn't take more effort than to say, Michael, please go to this hospital and do this. And that gives them the ability to come to this dimension and do what they want to do. But we need to let them come. We need to open that dimensional door. Otherwise, they cannot act like they want to act here. So it's just about so easy, and yeah, and this is this group about opening doors to new things, and to opening doors to many galactic and other realms who are there just waiting for us to take them into consideration, that they are there just waiting for us to open doors. And yeah, so thank you so much. I send you infinite love, and I hope that you have a fantastic week. Thank you, lovelies. Bye. No. Bye, lovelies.